wins this championship, then that would have increased the pressure a lot. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. Weirdly. I'm so stubborn, Steve. You know what I'm like. I'm sticking with my man Gonzalez. Not that he was going to let me change him anyway, but I still think Gonzalez is going to get this one over the line. What a shock for me to hear that. Yeah, it's going to be. I really do think this is going to be a fascinating weekend because Gonzalez has got such great form. In Portugal compared to Diego Moreira. I mean, it would be great in a way from a neutral perspective if that gap tightens up and it's all on the line in Valencia, because that is such a 50-50 call. Valencia is such a unique circuit where anything can happen. We've seen that over the years. So hopefully it goes all the way. I'm fairly certain it will. Yeah, do you know, Valencia, I've never liked it as a rider's standpoint, and the thought of after 21 rounds, so you go there on the round 22, and the chance of becoming a world champion is in the balance around that technical, slow track where tyre temperature plays a huge role in it, because there's not many right-hand cuts. So yeah.
कौन करे क्या
होमवर्क
लाइक
many right-hand corners, and as we know at this time of year in Valencia, as can be here in Portugal, the weather can be really cold, so it's almost cruel that it's the last round of the championship. I mean, you look at BSB, at least they have the last round of the British Superbike Championships at one of the best tracks of all, one of the greatest tracks in the world at Brands Hatch. Where MotoGP, we go to Valencia, that little go-kart track, so it's a tricky one. Yeah, I think everyone in the paddock agrees. I've never ever met let's just say anybody in our industry and ex-riders that have ever said, you know what, I absolutely love Valencia. Yeah, I've never heard any rider say it. It's, especially on a bigger bike, not so bad on a Moto 3 bike. Once you get even Moto 2, it's a bit of a handful, and then you get on a MotoGP bike round there. You only need to look at, if you could see the data from a lap, look at the throttle trace. I mean, you're using, you're wide open for probably 10% of the lap. The rest of it, you're just playing with the throttle around all the slow little first and second gear corners. All that said, I will add, all that said, it's a great track for spectators. Yes, because it's so small, and you can see, and the way they've literally the way they've got the grandstand around the track, it is like being in a stadium. So I guess the negative side is the riders don't like it, and it's not really great for racing, but for the spectators, it's probably the best track of the year. Yeah, I'm expecting a full house over at the farm.
around in Valencia. Dixon there into the top 3 again. He's 41 adrift after his win in Malaysia, so he would need to come away from Portugal under 20. Points adrift to have any say in the championship. As I say, it's more than a long shot, but stranger things have happened.
It is strange. We do this job long enough to know that strange things can happen, like you say, and especially when there's two rivals going at each other. As we saw here last year with Marc Marquez and Pecco Bagnaia, you get to this point in the season. And if you have two stubborn riders going for the same bit of tarmac, and the psychological warfare of battling for a title, no one gives in, and no one gives an inch, and before you know it, you've got. Your two contenders picking the bikes up, so yeah, it's not over till it's over.
And it is a circuit as well, Neil, that it is so easy to make mistakes. There's some areas around Portimao that can catch you out, some off-camber sections where you can just it's so easy to go down.
Yeah, I've got to say, it's an incredible circuit. When I first rode this, which was probably, I don't know, about 15 years ago, I rode round here and I was laughing in my helmet. It was like the circuit I'd always wanted to race